Hi children, this is Lakshmi Arvinda. Today we are going to see about data handling, chapter number 3, part 3. In already 2 parts I explained you children what is the data, how to collect, how to store, how to organize the data and how to find mean, median and mode of the data. And also I introduced you what is a bar graph and how to choose a scale to draw the bar graph, everything. Now in this class, we are going to discuss about a bar graph related questions children, that exercise. In the last video, I already explained you one sum and you did one sum. Now from the third sum, we are going to see. Now children, question number 3, number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. Now we are going to plot the bar graph children. Usually a bar graph we will plot on the graph sheet. But once we will meet, I will teach you how to plot on the graph sheet. If you can do, any of you can try. Now children, you please don't do on a graph sheet. Do it on your classwork white pages notebook. Okay. Before going to do the bar graph, first we have to choose the scale. How we will choose the scale means, see here what is the maximum higher degree children? 135. So 135 means the nearer number 140, the round number. 140 we have to divide it into equal parts. Okay, like a 10 equal parts or however it is possible. So I will divide it into 10, 10, 10, 14 equal parts. So our unit, our scale is 1 unit is equal to 10 students. Okay. So here children, you can draw bar graphs either in a horizontal way or in a vertical way. Here you can see the vertical bar graph. The two axes, one axis is showing, the horizontal axis is showing the class and the vertical axis is showing the number of children. And on the vertical axis we are taking the numbers from 0 to 140. As I told you, 1 unit is equals to 10 children. Now the 5th class is, and what few things whenever you are drawing the bar graph on your white pages book also children, few things you have to keep it in a mind. One thing, each and every bar width should be same. So we use a proper scale. Like for units also children, each and every unit take 1 centimeter as 1 unit. Next, the width of the bar, your wish. Either take 1 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter, but each and every bar should be the same width. And the distance between the two bars also should be maintained same. Means if the distance between the two bars is 1 centimeter or 2 centimeters, then the same distance should be maintained for all the graphs, all the bars on the graph. Okay. So children, first draw a vertical line and draw a horizontal line, and then on the vertical line take 1 centimeter as 1 unit and mark it as a 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like that till 140. Next, on the horizontal line take the bar width like 1 centimeter bar and again leave 1 centimeter as a gap, or else 1.5 or 2 centimeters as a gap based on your thing. Like that you leave the gap. Okay. Then first one, 5th class. 5th class, how many children are there? 135 children. So it will be in between exactly 130 and 140, exactly in the middle of 130 and 140. So the height of the bar we have to draw till 135, means till 130. After 130 we have to take in an average way. If you can use children, 1 centimeter is our unit. No, so exactly in the middle of the 1 centimeter you can take 135. No means average way in take exactly at the middle. Okay, the height of the bar exactly at the middle of 130 and 145. Our next is 6th class. 6th class students are 120. So where is our 120? Keep your scale on 120. To that level we have to draw the height of the 6th class. Next, 7th class. 7th class is 195. So it should be exactly in between 100 and 90. Exactly in between 90 and 100. So after the height of the bar, you please keep your scale like this and measure exactly to this height you have to draw. Okay. And for the 8th children, it's 100. So 100 is very easy. No need to take average and all. Just to directly we can use and we can draw. Next is 9th. 9th is 90. This is also easy. Next 10th is 80. Exactly to the 80 height. Okay. Next children, after drawing the graph sheet, here bars, I did not show, but you do please better each and every bar you please write like this is 135, no? So write on the bar like 135. The next is 120, no? So write 120. Next bar is 95, no? Write 95. It will be more clear for you to compare. Okay. Next children, they are asking the first question based on that bar graph only. How would you choose a scale? How we will choose a scale, children? We choose the scale by using the maximum, the greatest number, and we divided that all into equal parts, means like each and everything will divisions like a 10 10 10 division. Each and every division will be increasing like 0 10 20 30 like that only we will explain. Here you can use your own words also to explain this. No need to follow the same. Next, which class has the maximum number of children and the minimum? By seeing this, which is the maximum number of children? Here the 5th, which is having the maximum number, that is 135, and minimum number is 10th, which is 80. Okay. Next, find the ratio of the students of class 6 to the class 8th. Class 6th and class 8th, we have to find the ratio. Class 6 is 120 and class 8 is 100. So how we will find the ratio means, for ratio is a relationship between the two quantities. By dividing one number with another number, we will reduce that and that will be the ratio. Okay. So here 120 divided by 100. Now we can cancel it with the 20 table. That is 20 6s and 20 5s. Or else we can use in a step by step also. 0 0 we can cancel. 12 by 10 means with the 2 table 2 6s 2 5s. That is 6 by 5. Next children, question number 4. The performance of the students in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. Here children, double bar graph. Same way children, however we have drawn the previous one, same way here also we will do. But what is the difference? Same way means, the difference is about one thing only. Means for example, subject here English. About English only, normally 67 marks means we will use to draw one bar. But now we have to use 2 bars next to 2. Next, 1 bar will show the first term and second bar will show the next term. Second term. That's it. And choosing a scale, each and everything is same. Here if you observe, the scale if you want to choose, first we will see the maximum number is 95. And each and everything is in a tens. So 95 means the nearby 100. So I will take in a tens. The unit will be tens. Like 1 unit is equals to 10 marks. Okay, now we will see the graph. Here double bar. See, each and every subject is having two bars. 1 bar is showing the first term and the second bar is showing the second term. And here these designs and all, even a previous bar graph also, the bars and all you can do your own design by your own way. Okay. Now here English. First term, how many they got? 67. And the second term 70. So 67 means you know already it's a horizontal bar graph. Once we will revise, we will take the horizontal line which will show the subject, and vertical line, each and every unit is a 1 centimeter on your book, and one unit is 10 marks, and it will show the marks, that vertical line. Now we want to take 67 of the first bar. 67 means it will be in between 60 and 7. Okay, exactly in between means we will take 65, but it 67 means which is little more than the 65. So we will take nearer to the 70. Okay, average way only you take, children. Next one is 70 marks. 70 marks, no need to be worried. Exactly at the 70, we will take the height of that bar. That is 67 bar and 70 bar. Next one, Hindi. Hindi, how many marks they got? We will see first. 72 and 65. So the first bar should be 72. Means 72 means just next to the 70. The height of the first bar also should be taken just next to the 70. Like just next height. Next, children, 72 and 65. So 65 means exactly in between 60 and 70. So we will choose that as a height between 60 and 70. Okay. Next, children, maths. The mathematics marks is 88 and 95. So first one is 88. 88 means almost all it is nearer to 90. So we will take the height of the first bar nearer to the 90, and one more is 95. So exactly in between 90 and 100, the next bar, mass bars. In the same way, science and social science. You will do it, children. Each and everything, and better, as I told you already, on the bar, children, represent. For example, this is a 68, right? 68. Then the next bar is 70. So write the 70. By that way, you, after seeing that bar only, you will come to know what is the value of that bar represented. And here you have to show the empty space is showing the second term examinations. Okay. So here you have to show like second term, the empty bar is, and the shaded bar is showing first term examination marks. That also you have to write clearly. Okay. Scale also you have to write at the topmost right side. Next, children, they are asking some questions related to that. In which subject the child improved his performance the most? Means here from first term to second term, which bar? First, the two bars, which bar is differing a more? Improvement is very, a more means here you can observe mathematics. Isn't it? The second bar is improved a lot whenever we compare to the first bar. Next, in which subject is the improvement the least? The improvement is very less. Where is here? Yes, here, the social science. Here English little bit more only there. Hindi there is no improvement. It's just decreased. Maths it is the most improvement. Science also a little bit more only. But social science, if you'll observe, it is very less, children. So the social science is the least improved subject. Next one is in which subject? Next. That's it, children. Next question. Question number 6. Take the data given in the minimum and maximum temperatures of various cities given in the beginning of the chapter. Table 3.1. Plot a double bar graph using the data and answer the following. Here, children, they are not giving the data. That data we have to take from the textbook, which is there at the starting of our chapter. That one city and maximum temperature and minimum temperature we are having, children. So take here. This is that temperatures of the cities. City Ahmedabad, maximum is 38, minimum is 29. In a same way, here we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cities and 8 maximum temperatures and 8 minimum temperatures. Now here, children, we are going to plot the bar graph, double bar graph. For a maximum 1 bar, minimum 1 bar, for each and every city 2 bars. Okay. First we have to select the degrees. First we have to select the scale. How we will choose a scale means first see what is the maximum degree here. Here we can observe that the 41 is the maximum degree. So the nearer one is 45. So we can take 45 into 9 equal parts. So 9 units we can take. Okay. So 9 units how we will take means 5 degrees Celsius for each and every unit. Okay. Here, children, this is also vertical bar graph. The horizontal axis is showing the cities and the vertical axis is showing the degrees, means what is the temperature in a Celsius degrees, and each and every unit is equals to the 5 degrees Celsius. 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15 degrees, 20 degrees, 25, like that. First take the Ahmedabad. If we'll take Ahmedabad, first one, the maximum is 38 and minimum is 29. So 38. 38 means in between what and all it will come? It will come in between 35 and 40. Okay. And 35 and 40 exactly in the middle means 37.5. But it's a 38. So little bit more than the half. So take little bit nearer to 40, the height of the bar. Next one is 29. 29 means almost all nearer to 30. Here each and every 1 centimeter is a 5 degrees Celsius, children. So like that we had taken that. Now no need to use a particular exactly scale. Do it in an average way only. Whenever we'll meet, no, that time I'll show you how to plot on a graph sheet. There it will be more easier to take in a proper way, means each dark lines and lighter lines. By using that we will do, but now in an average way. 29 means it will be nearer to 30, so not exactly in the middle, little bit more than the middle point. So little bit nearer to the 30 we will take the 29, the height of the bar. And please write, this is the 38 and this is the 29 on the top of the bar. Okay, next children, what is this? Amritsar. Amritsar is having 37 degrees as maximum, 26 degrees as minimum. So 37 degrees. Where is that? 37 means again it is in middle of 35 and 40. So 35 and 40 middle 37.5. So a little bit less than 37.5. So we will take that. So the height of the Amritsar maximum is 37 means which is little bit little bit middle of that. So we will take like in between 37 and 40, that is 37. Next one is 26. The minimum is 26. So 26 means it will be in between 25 and 30. So but very nearer to 25. So in average way we will take at 25, little bit nearer. The height of the bar 25, little bit nearer to 25. Okay. Next children, in the same way draw all the bars. And please write each and every bar on the top what is the degree you had taken. For example, this is 37 degrees, this is 26 degrees. Why I am saying that means because we are not using a proper, little bit average way we are doing. So we should not do the mistakes while calculating the data. So if we will write like this, then we will come to know what is the differences each and everything in a proper way. Okay. Next children, the questions. Which city has the largest difference in the minimum and maximum temperatures? So see here, which is the maximum difference, means which is maximum and minimum temperatures. If we'll take the bars is having, which is having the maximum difference between maximum and minimum. See here, if see the okay. See the difference, which is having the maximum. Yes, here you can observe that the difference between the maximum and the minimum height, the minimum bar height is more, no? So the answer is Jammu. Okay. Next children, which is the hottest city and which is the coldest city? Hottest city means which is having the maximum degrees more and which the minimum degree is very less. Which city is having the minimum degrees less? So see the maximum degrees, all the bars. If you'll see all the bars, Jammu bar is having the more height, isn't it? Which is more height. So this will be the hottest city. And see the minimum degrees for all the cities. If you'll see the Bangalore is having the minimum degrees very less. So the minimum degree of Bangalore is very less. So this is the coldest city. Next one children, Name the city which has the least difference between minimum and the maximum temperatures. In a same way, we have to show the minimum. Here, the Jammu is having the maximum difference. And the same way, one city is having very least difference. Which is that? I think so. It's a Mumbai, which is having a very least. Next, children. Which is the hottest over? Name the city over. Next topic is chance and probability. What is the chance and probability means, children? First come for the chance. Chance is the word which we'll be using in our daily words very usually, children. We will be using, today there is a chance to come for the rain. Today there will be no chance to come for the rain. Based on this chance, we will decide whether the event will, some particular thing will happen or not. Here again, children, we are having two things. One is certain thing. One is uncertain thing. Okay, before going into that, first we will see different examples which will define the chance. First one, the sun coming up from the west. Is there any chance or probability to come for the sun to come from the west? Sun always rises from the east. It will not come from the west. No, it is a highly impossible thing. It means it's not possible. Next, India is winning the next test series, the 5th point. Here, the India is winning the next test series means there may be. It's not a possible thing, and even it's a possible thing also we cannot say. It may win, it may lose. The chance is both the ways. And one more. If you take a cube, a larger volume, its side also will be larger. It's a exact thing, no? If we'll take a big cube, then the big cube, then always the volume also will be more, and even the side also will be larger. So it's a particular, it means it will happen. Definitely it will happen. Here we can see three types of statements. One statement is impossible. It cannot happen at all. One statement is it may happen, it may not happen. One statement, compulsory it will happen. Okay, so here based on this we can say the certain thing and uncertain thing. What is that means? Certain thing. Certain thing means it may or it may not, but there is a possibility to happen. Uncertain thing means there will be no chance to occur at all. It's like a sun is coming from the west and will grow till 3 meters height. This and all will not happen at all. No, this and all called as uncertain things. Uncertain things means it may happen or may not happen, means there is a possibility, there is a chance of happening that. So that type of things is called as a certain things. Now we will see chance and probability of events. If we'll see, children, how we will take the probability means it will be based on the what is the favorable outcomes which is related to occurrence of that event. For example, if we'll take one die, if we'll throw that die, you will be having 1 to 6 numbers. In that 1 to 6 numbers, anything may happen. Okay, either 1, either 2, either 3, either any number we can get on the top of the die. But if we want only 1 on the top of the die, only it is possible only one top, that is with the number 1. So what is a favorable outcome is only 1. Okay, so that is the probability of occurring of 1 is only one favorable outcome. And what are the chances we may get chance to get is either it may chance to get 1, chance to get 2, chance to get 3, like 6 chances. Total events may occur is 6, but in that our favorite is 1. So 1 can occur only one time, that is if the top is only 1. So here we will see that probability, how we can show what is the formula means number of favorable events by the total number of outcomes. Here if we will throw a die, what and all outcomes we will get? Either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6 outcomes we will get. In that we want only 1. means how many favorable sides are there with the 1? Only one side. So our favorable outcome is only 1. So the probability is favorable is 1 and total is 6. 1 by 6 is the answer. Just example, children. Next, in that exercise sums, question number 1, which tell whether the following is a certain to happen or impossible, can happen but not certain. Okay, first one, you are older today than yesterday. Solution, yes, it's a certain to happen. It is a certain thing, no? It will happen also, no? Why? Because, see, if you'll see, anything, if we'll bring yesterday, then today it will be older than yesterday only, because if today we will bring one thing, it is a new thing for today. If we'll see tomorrow, it will be old. So it's a certain to happen. Next, a tossed coin will land heads up. Heads up. If we'll toss a coin, what and all is the outcomes, children? It may be a tail, it may be a head. We cannot say that it's a compulsory head, it's a compulsory tail. So it can happen, it may happen. We cannot say it's a compulsory, it's a certain. So it's a uncertain, it's a not certain thing. We cannot say that. Next, a die when tossed shall land up with 8 on the top. Is it possible? First, a die is having only 1 to 6. Is it possible to get 8 on that? So it is impossible. The next traffic light scene will be green. Yes, children, it can happen, but we cannot say that in a certain way. Yes, it will happen green only, because it may happen orange or red, anything, even a green also. So it can happen, but not certain. Next, question number 2. There are 6 marbles in a box with numbers from 1 to 6 marked on each of them. Which is the probability of drawing a marble with number 2? Now, children, there is a what is the question they are giving is, in one box there is a 6 marbles, it seems. Each and every marble is numbered like from 1 to 6, means on a first marble 1 and second marble 2, like that 1 to 6 numbers are marked on that marbles. Now they are saying that if I'll pick one marble, what is the probability of getting 2? Normally if I'll pick one marble, what is the probability, children? I may pick 1, either I may pick 2, either I may pick 3, I may pick 4, I may pick 5, I may pick 6. Means total number of possibility things is 6. In that I want only 2. So how many marbles are there with the number 2? Only 1 marble. So favorable event is only 1. Possibility is 6. So probability is favorable by possible. That is 1 by 6. Next, what is the probability of drawing a marble with number 5? Same thing, children. How many marbles are there with the number 5? Only 1 marble. And what are the total possible means? 1 to 6. So total possible events is 6. In that with the number 5 marble is only 1. So probability is 1 by 6. That's it, children. Here is your practice time. Please do it and send me on that day. Thank you. Keep learning. Lakshmi Aravinda.